Welcome back, everybody. We are here for Arcadia Terra versus Kartnita Asada here in the silver bracket. So we're going to be getting to the action there in their second matchup because of the reset. So should be pretty exciting to see Terra and Kartnita Asada not too far off from each other. Div-wise should be pretty exciting. We're going to have Osmar, Ivan, Diego, Vladdy, Julio, and Kevo in for KA. And then we're going to have Du, Getty, Michael, Nate, I believe it's Rady and Stev in there for Arc Terra. Also, fun fact, I know that for Michael, it's not too common. I think he's 12th worldwide. He's like top 5 in the US or something, but hit that Battle VR 999,000. I'm gonna bring it up because it's pretty rare. I mean,
Yeah, that's
you see it
impressive.
a lot.
Yeah.
You see it a lot on the racing side, but not really for battle. So that's a cool accomplishment. Anyways, we are going to be getting things going. Yeah, it's only 8 p.m. here for me. I know for some of you guys it might be midnight, but
Like
man, my night's
myself,
just
yeah.
getting started. You know, I use this to pregame. You wake up for MKU though, it's a lot worse. You guys have the middle of the afternoon. Got a rough Saturday night. I mean, man, best of luck. But yeah, should be cool. I know summits tonight, I think as well. 4v4 format or tomorrow morning. Okay, right.
Yep.
Yeah, so well, might be tonight for me. I don't know. I got to look at the schedule. But yeah, it's coming up soon. So a lot of really cool things coming your way. And 8 a.m. Eastern. Yes, that's 5 Pacific. So
Yep.
sweet. 9 hours. Keep that in mind. But yeah, this should be a pretty exciting match, knowing a little bit of these two teams. I know Michael is the newest addition to Arc Terra, but for the most part, the really cool thing about Arc Terra is that they've basically had the same players around for quite some time. They've built some chemistry up, and you could argue the same thing as well with KA. They are very good with their shock usage. Osmar, a really well-rounded player. Ivan is a really good player as well. I followed Ivan back on X Project when X Project was around. Ivan's doing a really good job running. Got Diego and Vladdy. They're a good power duo as well. I don't know too much about Julio. And then obviously Kevo is going to be, doing a little bit of work in the lineup as well. If you're a Kevo fan, he'll be in that there too. We have 5 minutes left if you want to get in on the prediction. It's relatively even. It's about 60-40 KA over Arc right now, which is kind of cool to see. So that's a little bit interesting.
Do you make those odds, or like how does that? Who makes those? Who
So
decides
basically, they're betting channel points. So the community is essentially creating those odds. So if you're looking and you can see, I have the mod view, but there's about 6K on KA. There is 4K on Arcterra at the moment. I do know that shout out to Hotabe and Markota for being the top betters. So good for you guys.
that?
But yeah, we have eight people backing Arcterra, 5 for KA, and essentially it's just the breakdown of those odds. So given that Arc is betted on Arc at the moment, that's why they have 2.5 to 1 odds right now.
Gotcha. We determine people's bets determine how much you're gonna win. That's interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean, you want to get really technical about it. There's like people that do like trades and lines and all that stuff in sports, but
Yeah,
that's how it's made. But with MKC, it's basically based off of what the community has, and that determines it. So if you're in like even like a random channels, they're running a prediction, if you're betting with the majority, you're going to get less points back just because of the odds are so likely that that's going to occur.
That's interesting. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
fun fact.
Yeah, I was looking at the standings actually. I was looking at D5. I see KA. Disappointing season, going 2-8. So it's very possible these two teams meet in the same division next season. And so playing for a banner, still have a chance to win a banner here after a bad season. And then Arcadia, I just switched off of them. I think they had a little subpar season as well in Division 6. I'm pulling it up as we speak. As they failed to make the playoffs. They went 5-5, which is, not a bad season, but, losing out in playoffs by 1 game to Phoenix Y and Exodus. And so that was a very tight division, actually, where 6 teams were within 1 game. So Arcadia just missing out on the playoff spot there. So both teams playing for something this season. And yeah, the America's Cup is great because, it's a legit tournament. It's been around for quite a while. This is the 9th season, but we're happy to give the teams a chance to win a major tournament. And if you didn't have a good MKU season, you can always potentially win America's Cup or EuroLeague. So good to see out there.
Yeah, D5 is just a complete. It's just so random. I mean, you look at KA, they only had 2 wins. They had 8 losses, but 2 of their wins, one came on Inferno Volt, and the other came on WEC, surprisingly. So, and then a few teams also picked off Alliance Rainbow. So that's all. It's rarely kind of an interesting situation, but I think that the Arctera's got some redeeming qualities about them too. I mean, they're very close in division level. You could argue that they will be paired together, barring any crazy teams reforming, teams dropping shenanigans. It's pretty likely you could see these two, arguably meeting up. We're going to be going into race 1 though. It's going to be
some Rainbow Road. Let's go. I love this. We should pick random every race. I think that would be more fun. But
yeah.
So awesome. We'll see how this goes, and best of luck. Who's your prediction? We haven't done that yet. So.
Oh man, I think it's going to come down to the over/under on shocks is going to be 7 or 8 this war.
Okay.
Could be more. I think the over/under is 8 on shocks.
Jeez,
and
okay.
I think I'm actually being conservative on that, which is scary to say.
Okay.
I honestly don't know. I think this is going to be. It could go either way, plus 24.
Either way,
Either
plus
way.
20. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's your cop out of not predicting who wins.
I honestly don't. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna say Arcadia. They have the momentum, the big win over plus 70, and I don't know if they made any lineup changes from last war, but with that momentum, I think they're gonna ride it all the way. As we get to see Do, another inward player in the cast, so that's cool.
Yeah, so we're going to be on board with Do. I think he is going to be our only POV today. Taking out Ivan right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a pretty solid momentum shift here for Arc, as they are at least top 2, potentially top 3.
Yeah.
Now, KA is well known for shocks here. I'm not sure how the first 2 matches have gone, but just something to keep in mind as we are now heading into the middle of lap 2, going into lap number 3.
Do we know who won? Like, did Arcadia have to win the first match to get
forced
here?
to reset, yeah.
But, like, who won the first match of the night? It was like the losers bracket. Do we know? Like, I don't know.
Well, KA was in the finals. I'll look at the bracket. Yeah.
Oh, it's Arcadia. Arcadia.
It had to have been Arcadia to come back into the fray.
Yeah, they beat the Savage Forwards and find themselves now 1 win away from a silver bracket title. And it was out of shock there. I missed off.
It was a shock. I mean, TSF is a really good team as well too. So we'll have to see how this will shake out here with KA. A little bit of Arc now back here. We see, I believe that's going to be Rady there in 8th, holding on to some fire. But yeah, it looks like 8 through 10 going to be Arcadia here at the moment. This is not good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess that was a KA shock based on how this is going so far. So,
he gets Bill.
Yeah, he has to Bill as soon as he lands in this little nest. He's gonna use it right now. Come on, no, what are you doing? Okay.
He wanted that other item just in case, but this is gonna ride him to the line.
Oh, no, go! Oh.
That was actually pretty smart because what Do realized was, because the pack was so close, he was going to pass so many people. He wanted that extra item. So that was actually a really good head. Stev taking the win there in Wario. 1-3 there for Arc. But a lot of KA in that middle of the pack is really going to neutralize it here.
Yep. Stev, the Division 5 MVP, actually. Or Division 6 MVP, my mistake. Showing his strength, getting first place. But that's a 2-point win for KA, despite the 1-3 for Arc.
And this is going to be a pretty narrow war.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this will play out. If you did end up getting in, now it's 54-46 in favor of KA. So everybody's split on this one. And I think that's arguably the correct consensus here. So I'm glad that we're getting this as a little consolation bonus.
Yeah, for sure.
To the night.
Sure. Yeah, I was expecting StarClan to do better in their match, but they did not. So we're watching this instead. So
shout out to Kevo and Ivan changing from Mexico to Romania. Good for them. Bring out their Slavic roots there a little bit, or Eastern European, I should say. Going to be going to Ice Outpost here. 42-42 points up here for Kartnita Asada. And that was 1 shock. I think we're going to see at least 7 more. I'm going to go for the over on 8.
Okay, I'll pick the under just to be different, but we did see 8 shocks on in the first match actually between Symphony and StarClan. So it's been done. 8 has been done. More than 8, I'd be impressed though. So Oh,
I want to say Jacob said 9, but yeah, it was, I mean, a decent number
yeah,
here. As we do
definitely.
see some presence here from Arc up here at the front.
Uh-huh.
And Diego, they're going to be moving up there in third there for KA. And, I mean, we do know that Do here going to be going another Roy inward. We
Yeah,
know that
interesting.
Stev is going to be the Wario, and then we do have that Metal Mario as well, but the rest are all going to be Waluigi. You
Yeah.
got to think that I would put a gun in my head and say that that's going to be KA there in the back, hard bagging
Yeah.
here in this one. They've gone to this. It is a shock reliant strategy, I should say, but to be fair though, they've committed to it, and it
Yeah.
works out pretty well for them.
At least in
Like
the tournament, yeah.
back like when we had Darky and we were not up to his level, we had to do the exact same thing, and it pissed a lot of teams off. And I think what's good about K doing this is they know that they have Kevo in here. They know that they're going to have some strong runners, Laddie, Diego as well, going to have some support. If they can just mentally throw off the other team, that's going to pay off dividends for them.
Yeah, that pays. And one of my biggest pet peeves in this community is when, like, this community is so great, so I love the community, love everything about it. But one of the things I don't like is when people call teams shock reliant. I mean, because shocks are part of the game, and that's just kind of it's a valid strategy. So it's kind of cool to see them going forward. We'll see how it pays off. And blaming teams.
I have a different take on that. I
Really?
honestly
Okay.
think people think it's a negative connotation, but if you're pulling shock, you're pulling shock.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I mean, like,
Do there with the win.
yeah, I mean, like, you can pull 9 shocks like Symphony did, or
It's a
whatever. And they
strategy.
still didn't win.
It's legitimately a strategy. If
Exactly.
you're shock reliant, great. If you don't want to be, you know what? It's your
agree.
prerogative. You don't have to.
100% agree. Is Arc quietly getting a top 4, and this match is going to be close, huh?
Big.
I don't know about that. We'll see what happens.
It's only race 2. It's only race 2. Let's stay unbiased for as long as possible. But yeah, they really couldn't get much done there on the KA side. But yeah, top 4, 7-10. That's a huge plus 28 there for Arcterra. And yeah, you do have to think that the momentum for sure is on their side. So this is going to be a really good start opening here for them. They're going to be going water park.
Yeah, so a lot of inwards. I've actually, my 6 or 7 casts never seen an inward, but now we get to see 2 straight casts with an inward. So it's cool to see like their lines.
And also
like,
too, Miles switches to inward.
Yeah,
and he did switch to inward a little bit in
I
that
saw
first
that.
cast.
Yeah. How do you as inward players? I'm sure I could ask, but like, what makes you choose inward from the start? Because like, if most people don't do it, like, are you trying to be different, or do you just like it more?
It's a play style choice. I'll be honest. If I didn't shatter my hand and mess up the ligaments, yeah, that's why I'm struggling. At the level that I'm at, I would have gone inward. Because the cool thing about like being inward is it does have more of a realistic, like, say like a sim racing feel to how things handle, like on a sports bike. But it's just a different set of lines. They have to kind of sweep out, cut in. They don't have that kind of drifting radius that a traditional outward bike would have.
Yeah, definitely. And as we've been talking, somebody did disconnect. I think it was on KA, so I think they're playing a 5v6 at the moment, which is a little unfortunate.
Oh no.
And we're only on pace for 6 shocks. So far. You are incorrect, so we'll see how that goes, how that plays out.
Marathon, not a sprint.
That's
Anyways, though, for Arc, they do have this lead. A little bit of KA now coming back, but obviously they're probably playing a little bit more aggressive, knowing that they've lost a player.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. Always a bot shock is always a fun thing to have. And Kevo able to get in the first. Ooh, the green went right through him. And get distracted. Oh, that's a great play. That was a great play there from Do. I don't know if you saw that, but
that was really smooth. I didn't want to steal your thunder there, but the green.
Yeah.
It's gonna recoil and smart bounce here. Okay, Do got past it.
We're chilling. Do is just chilling in first right now, not giving us any show to watch. Is doing what inwards do best on Water Park.
Gonna get that SMT. He's gonna kind of hug this turn. Yeah, he's gonna hop there, which is smart. That way he's gonna get the UMT here.
Bang, yeah.
And yeah, gonna get that solid exit off. And I mentioned this on the last cast. See how he kind of hits those rumble strips? That's what really makes this good for an inward. So Do doing all the right things. Doesn't go for like the super low glider strap, but I mean he doesn't need to at this point.
So is Nate as a cat peach? Because I know we have a bot, so I thought maybe that cat peach was the bot in second place, but it looks like that's not the case. So I was freaking out for a second.
Gonna get the SMT here.
Yeah.
Gonna bounce off the wall a little bit. That doesn't hurt him too much. He's gonna do this hop yet again. It's kind of fire to watch. He hops. Now he's going to get the UMT, and now he's going to set himself up to cut in here to the right then cut to the left, and then try to get an SMT or UMT here off of the ramp.
I feel like I'm watching a time trial analysis right now, and because we have no idea who's behind him. I think we're second place right now for Arc as well, or maybe not.
Oh, he's just checking out. Oh, he's leaving the bomb
on the right side.
It's not gonna land.
No. So it looks like a 1-3 for Arc at least. And that Rosa didn't even get last.
Getty.
So
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 9, 12. So
interesting.
that could have been worse for KA, you know,
Yeah.
given the circumstances. And Arc, I mean, dude just checked out there. So I don't know. Dude couldn't have really done anything differently there.
Yeah, dude just dominated there. And
do the do. So that was a 6-point win for Arc. So that KA's got to at least be proud of that. They only dropped 6 there on that player disadvantage.
Yeah, so a 32-point game after 3, and we're only on pace for 4 stocks now. So, as I'm feeling better about picking under 8, and we'll see how that goes. So just 9 left. Do you think there's gonna be 8 more stocks? Like, we'll see.
If it's 8, it's a push. Keep that in mind.
That's
that
fair.
means nobody wins.
We should have picked 8.5, but
oh yeah, that was a throw. Good,
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But we'll get 7-8. It should have been 7.5.
Mario Kart Vegas will be improving in the future.
Yeah. By the way, as cool as it would be to do betting, and honestly too, like I have a friend that works for a site that's based out of Japan, was even asking, "Hey, could you bet on Mario Kart?" I was like, "No, no." Match fixing would be such a big thing, and like already, if you notice, in the universal rule set, it's against the rules. So no.
Yeah, definitely not. But
you have to go through certifications and all stuff.
Looks like an Arc player DCing this time. Interesting. So
so DC rules, it's so Sanchez now subbing in. I guess it's good to point that out. He was in the chat. Now he's subbing into the match here. If it's a difference of 2 players on, I believe it's either side, or if there's 3 players in total at DC.
Yeah.
Then that's
So a little unfortunate, but a 65. I guess it's kind of everything evens out, I guess, because now it's a 65 for KA, and we'll see what they're able to do. So.
Yeah, Sakura, it's easier said than done, because I race real cars. I'm horrible at Mario Kart, relatively speaking, but I know what I'm seeing, and I know how to. If this was a real race, how it would kind of line up. A big, unfortunate turn of events there for Duke, getting hit back to 10th. Gonna get a decent pull here though, not probably as quite, but has the ability to chain the shroom or 2 here, but might keep 1. Nope, gonna opt to just.
I would have done the same thing. I would have done that too. Yeah, pulling 4 shrooms, and interesting to know. I think Baby Rosalina now is on Arcadia. I think last race she was on. So is she aware of the team switches? I don't know. So
kind of like in hockey, how you have that emergency goalie, and the emergency goalie doesn't know. What side they're playing for. I remember Scott Foster was that well-known one that like shut everybody out, and it was the away team, right? So it's like it's just crazy because normally you'd love to do it for the home team, but still you get the call, you get paid to do it. You gotta perform no matter what team you're on.
Exactly. So shout out to Baby Rosa as at least looks like 3, 4, 5 for Arcadia, maybe even more. KA getting blued out there as We'll see if. Oh, does he go for? Oh, he got backed, or did he get trailed? I think he got trailed. That's really bad.
Diego, go! Yeah, with the trail there. Kevo hops over that green.
Yeah.
Man, do have the right idea there.
100%.
Going into the final lap, we see Getty up there at the front. We can tell because he's that Metal Mario. Osmar there in a star. I think we're gonna see something crazy happen. Like good snipe on Osmar.
Yep.
From Dew. Working his way back up, Vladdy there.
Oh, and what a snipe from Dew! Did you see that? That's unbelievable.
Dew hitting himself.
Yeah.
Probably was the Romanian flag of Ivan there up ahead of him that threw him off.
Yeah.
But Dew here in 8th, gonna get 4 shrooms. Gonna likely do maybe the same thing and chain these all into the double. It all comes down to Ivan.
Oh, dude,
wow.
that's not what you need to
You
do
see
right now, bro.
those bananas?
Yeah.
That was insane.
There was like 7 bananas there, so.
Yeah, there were at least 4 or 5.
Yeah. But he's still getting a decent. He's gonna get like
with
7.
Get green. Oh, Vladdy. Missed opportunity there from Vladdy for sure. Really could have done some damage.
What a great race.
But KA.
Yeah.
Top 4 out of 6, 10, 11. Baby Rosalina having a little bit of an issue there. But
she's on 3 after 2. That's not too bad, but that's a good race for KA, and they're back in this match.
They're gonna easily cut their lead in half.
Oh, 100%. Or I guess I should say 50%.
Or their deficit, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because Arc is winning at this point.
for sure. And Dylan
Yeah.
forgets about the track and once again, but that's an 18-point or 14-point win there.
14
so.
points. So yeah, they're down by 18, so relatively half.
Yep. Yeah, so-
Art still got the command though, but KA has the spots.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And was there a shock that race, or why? Or there was no shock?
I don't remember.
I'm not tripping, is it?
I don't think there was.
Huh?
I mean, I wouldn't have gone for it too because of Baby Rosalina. So now that we're back up to 12, I mean, you know, I think honestly that could have put a nail in the coffin of that over under just because of the fact of the series of DCs. But Stev is back now. Oh, so they lost Stev. That's unfortunate.
Ooh.
That would make sense. We didn't see the Wario in there.
Yeah, so KA taking advantage of that race there, that 65, and doing a great job. And, but now we're back with a 6v6 as we like to have in Mario Kart, aren't we?
Yeah, the power play in hockey is over. The emergency goalie is out. We're back to full strength here.
Yep.
Twisted Mansion.
And yeah, so yeah, your over under 8 shocks is very much in jeopardy now. But what's not in jeopardy is the fact of this being a close match because we're only a 14-point difference with a 18-point difference. 9 to go or 8 to go.
My number's 24. I'm feeling good.
Oh, you're chilling.
It's
yeah,
gonna be close.
I never actually gave a number, so I'm gonna have to stick with Arc winning by at least 2.
So Dew's just kind of chilling it. It's a little bit unfortunate for Dew. Had a lot of the front presence up there, was doing everything right. Getty went for the double. Vladdy kind of screened Dew out, so no box yet, but good job there. Oh, but Getty gets punished.
Getting wrecked by the Romanian, and at least you 3 for KA. Oh,
what a save there from Dew.
Didn't go off. Wow.
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
Another
That
bomb
bomb
coming
actually
on the
goes
left
off in the middle. Yeah, on the right path.
But no, the Romanian killing him again. Kevin with another good back. And is that top 3? I don't know who's in first, so I don't know.
He's actually Mexican, but I'm
Okay.
gonna call him the Romanian.
Yeah, we're just gonna call him. You put a Romanian flag. We're gonna respect your.
We're heading to midnight on a Friday night.
Yeah, you identify. Yeah, we respect how you identify. So.
I mean, I'm identifying as Mexican. Not gonna lie, I'm getting my temporary residency soon.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. So, hit me up if anybody thinks I should go to Quintana Roo, Playa del Carmen, or Cabo San Lucas and Baja California del Sur. Let me know.
And yeah, is it KA? I would imagine it's KA in the back still, right? We've already discussed their bagging strats.
Yeah, and I think that Arc might be the one in 11th watching them at this point, but it's gotta be tough. I would imagine Stev's now back there too in the star. Sanch now getting hit out. If anything were to happen, it's gonna happen now.
And yeah, Duke kind of screwing over himself and Getty by boomeranging Vladdy with the triple greens. And but he's still gonna get a mid spot. It's Getty with not the pole. Ooh, getting blue, and so is Vladdy though. Oh, and the shock coming in. So there's your second shock. There we go. That's big. That's big. We almost made it to another race without a shock, but the hope is still alive.
That really killed Dew. And if you notice too, when the residual shroom fell, it actually fell directly in front of that light post.
Yeah.
So Dew was kind of screwed there. But KA top 2, Arc kind of had everything in the middle, and then KA picked up 7 and 8. So this is going to be a relatively neutral race, or a race leaning Arcadia at this point.
No, it's leading KA. Leading KA.
Oh, it's a +6 for KA. Okay, cool. Yeah, the top 2, 7, 8. I guess enough for them to hang on for.
Yeah, so cutting the lead down to 12. So we have an even closer match now. 7 to go, and the shocks are still. There's outspent 2. I'm gonna guess the KA shock last second there, but I could be wrong. But given how hard they went for it, and yeah, we got ourselves a really interesting match now. It's just 7 to go.
Yeah, that would have been better for KA if they could have had some of those players in the back move up. But no, on a serious note, let me know. Playa del Carmen or Cabo. I've been to both, worked in both. I need to pick one soon. Any Mexican players have any tips? I'm pretty well known with both of them. But back to the racing though.
That's my buddy Emilio for being my best Mexican friend in the community. Emilio, you're a great friend.
Emilio, it's cool.
Yeah. He does we do squad queue launches together, like when I talk in Spanish, because I have like really crappy Spanish, so it's always fun. He always deals with my bad Spanish.
I'm really good written. I am not so good oral, but it's a 4-year process to get residency. So looking forward to it. I've worked in Mexico for the last 3 years for a month or 2 out of the year, so
that's cool. Yeah,
might as well get it.
Yeah. And we've traversed to DK from Mexico all the way to DK Jungle, and as the Romanian again.
What would be cool?
What would be cool?
In the next MK9, if there was a cenote, and in the jungle map. It's like a little sinkhole where you can swim in. It's pretty cool. No, Quintana has a lot of them, but here we go. Bottom 2 here for Arcadia. Ivan, they're going to be in 10th. So Arcadia, I'm not opposed. I mean, obviously you want to be up in the front, but they're just trying to prevent KA from coming back to pull it. And I think, as weird as it sounds, this might be a good move here for Arcadia to just minimize any shenanigans from them and force them to really race the way they want to race.
Yeah.
Kind of like going to be doing the dirty work. Yeah.
Like in basketball, you want to control the tempo of the game, and I guess in this,
oh, there it is.
There's shot number 3.
Literally, NCAA basketball 2008. It's like all tempo driven. Like that's a video game where it's like doesn't matter if you're winning. If you're actually winning too fast and you're a slow team, they'll actually penalize you. It's a really interesting philosophy. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's like on a college by college basis too. But the whole world is in Arc's hands here. So
yeah, that's true.
We'll have to see where Duke's going to use it. I would imagine past kind of that giant set where they are now. Yeah.
Perfect. And if he hadn't used it, that wouldn't count for the over-under shock, by the way. So that wouldn't have counted. But he did.
Shock's used.
Yep. And building up now, we'll see. We don't know who's in first. Duke did throw that blue beginning lap 2, and after that, we have no idea who's in first. So, unfortunately, having one POV, but it looks like that's KA in last, KA in 10-12. So, could be promising for Arc. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the later with the shock to a degree, the better. Obviously, not too late because that will give them time to move up. But this could be a bottom 2 there for KA. That's going to be the case. Looks like Osmar and maybe one of the Romanians back there. That's Ivan.
But no,
Kevo,
the Romanian.
Top 2, 4, 6 there for KA. Ivan and Osmar, they're really good at sacrificing themselves for the team. Like that,
Yeah.
I don't think that's given enough credit, so to speak. But Osmar is literally all over the place at the same time whenever you're playing with KA, and that was a 10-point win for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got a little bit there towards the end, but really gave, I think, Arcadia there a little bit of false sense of security. It is now a 2-point differential here with 6 more races left to go.
Yeah, definitely. We couldn't have asked for a tighter matchup. Is KA taking the lead now after losing race 2 and 3 by a lot? They've won 3 straight, and now Arcadia all of a sudden looking for some momentum as they're kind of stranded at the moment, but only down 2. So we'll see if they're able to get it back. Or
shout out to the Europeans playing in this one. I think it's just Stev here. Not the Romanians don't count; they're all Mexican. But
well,
I'm pretty sure too. Like it's 3:25 right now where Stev is, but he is the master of playing outside of his time zone.
Yeah,
I know a few of the guys I think might be Central Mexico. I think Ivan might be like Baja California. So if he's in the Cabo area, that's like MST, or it could be PST if he's in like near around Tijuana, Rosarito. So they're playing as if it's like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I mean, even mentally, that's a good situation for most of them. Some of them are playing at around 10 or 11 though.
Yeah, we talked about evening advantage last week with Koopa Guy, and I'm not really a fan of playing in the evening. Like it's like 11:30. It's like too late for me to play. I'm always way too tired at this time. But some people like to do it, and so like I don't know how Europeans are playing at 3:30 a.m. like for a title, for a banner. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. That's pretty late, but like that's the one thing I like being on the West Coast. It's fun.
Yeah.
Because you're playing at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. You get to play a little bit, then you get to go out. MKU is a little bit more of a struggle, especially if you're going out on a Saturday night.
Yep.
But is what it is, and logistically too. It's also some wrenches in that as well. With the West Coast teams, if they go to some of the West Coast tournaments, can they even make it back home to their setup by the time MKU is there in the morning? It's a fun thing that a few teams have to deal with. But already here on lap 2, it's a little bit of a mixture back here.
Oh, and another shot.
Michael, Ivan,
Dude,
we'll see what
he wants to get the over under here.
Yeah, KA also needs to be cognizant of this if it comes out here from Dew. I think Dew's going to conceal it though, because
Dew.
Because Dew, I mean, KA could spam a shock here too.
100%.
Time will tell what's going to happen here.
This is so spread out. I don't know who's in first right now. We haven't really seen the front in a couple races, so Blue coming
Stev
in.
moving ahead of Dew is good, and there's the shock.
I wouldn't rip to Dew, but yeah.
That moved about 5 players up. Vladdy did also dodge as well.
But they're still bottom 2 though, so we'll see if KA had good front presence like they did last race.
I think it's going to be pretty close. I think KA might have gotten a spot or 2 in the top 2, but it looked like Stev and them did move up.
No.
Oh, no, top 3. But yeah, Getty and Stev moved to 4 or 5. And 4 through 7 there, it looks like, there for Arc. But a big win there for KA.
Yeah, so KA's having straight front presence right now. Maybe they don't need to go for shock because they've won back-to-back races despite not having it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah, good front presence. I'm getting a lot of flashbacks of Symphony StarClan.
Oh, for Damien, it's 12:55. Yeah, I forgot that Damien lives in this boony area of Canada, so he doesn't have daylight savings time. Like Newfoundland, Nova Scotia area. But dang, that's unfortunate. You're +4 ahead of me.
And yeah, so KA taking the lead for the first time since race 1. They won Rainbow Road by 2, but ever since then they've been behind. But now they're up 10 with 5 to go.
It's an 8-point swing. It's just so close, and this is what you like to see, like this level of competition, and it's cool to see it. In the silver bracket, we're going to be going RWS, and just for kicks, I'm going to take the next 20 seconds to pull up the silver bracket. So
Sure.
I will be here, but I will be right back.
Yeah, I got you. And that's a 5th track pick for KA. They have 5 out of 7 picks. I'm a big stats nerd, so I like to keep track of that stuff. And but yeah, both teams have had 2 shocks, and the shock's really not working out for Arc. And I would be surprised to see somebody pulling a shock on this track, but I'm not going to say never, because I was watching JP Givener's video of Arcadia versus, I think it might have been RK in one of their last matchups, and they pulled 2 on this track actually. So it can be done, and yes, okay, currently in the top 2. Their top 2 survived in the first couple turns, and I'm definitely interested. Oh, dude!
That's unfortunate.
It was either hit Stevens or himself, so he took one for the team there.
Yeah, speaking of that, I was playing Slater 2 days ago, JP Givener and the SX crew, and I tried to try hard and snipe out Slater for like a second or something. I saw a banana and I tried to wedge, like a green in between the banana to force him into it. This is on Grumble.
Ooh.
Hits the side of the wall, goes up over my head, smart bounces off at the other side of the wall, and hits me from behind.
Oh,
so
yeah. Grumble's got some fun smart bounces for sure.
You have it down bad sometimes, but surprisingly, despite that rough lap 1, Dew has already made it with double defense back up into first.
Yeah.
Kind of chilling at this point.
Yeah,
we do see Getty there in the back. Stevens kind of in that 7th, 8th position roughly there on the map.
Nate in second, so top 2 for Arc. They're trying to get the momentum back. They've lost 4 straight.
Yeah. And you got to think that KA is...
boy.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But KA is probably going to be there in the middle.
Top 3. They're top 3 right now.
Yeah, they're 4, 5, 6 and change.
Can they hold it out? Can they hold this off? We'll see.
Yeah, that's the question. Michael there has that boomerang. He's between a rock and a hard place, given that Dew is dragging behind him. I'm not sure if Dew's going to go wide or cut in left here so he can back it, but that's still a risk.
As Dew not backing at the moment, still playing it safe, trying to just hold down the fort. But KA having to respect the back right now, as Donut coming in, he's going to be holding it. That's a very smartly done strategy.
This is going to be smart. Dew's going to go a little bit wide, see if anyone's going to come through. Oh no, he's going to back it and cut. That's even smarter.
Yeah.
It leaves the third a little bit exposed, but I'm pretty sure that they rotated around to where third had defense there. That was smart.
Oh, really well done.
Nate moved back. That was a very smart move to hang on to a top 3.
Yeah, so good coordination there from Arcadia as they finally get a winning race and reclaim the lead now with just 4 to go. And
that is just an insane level of communication there. You got to be a little bit, not necessarily nervous there if you're Michael, because he was protected, sandwiched between his teammates. But the fact that they backed that red, you saw Dew move up, Nate moved back there with his defense. That gave Arc the ability to hang on there to that top 3, and it allowed Michael to have some breathing room without having to potentially TK anybody either.
Yeah, so that's some textbook front running there, and yeah, so Arcadia takes the lead. They lost 4 straight races, but they storm back a 14-point win there, and with just 4 to go, they are 6 points ahead. The silver's bracket.
It's so close.
Yeah, the silver bracket, silver banner is on the line here with just 4 to go.
Yeah, this is going to be a GP to really decide it all here. We're going to be going to RPPS, the Arc track pick here.
And yeah, so we need 5 shocks in 4 races. But I guess if there is overtime, we would have more chances for shocks. So maybe you were thinking about that.
Had more than 3, haven't we?
We've had 4, so
Oh, right for the over. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that not doing the half thing was a toss. It should have been 7.5, but
eight
we
and a
got to
half.
honor the 8. We got to honor the 8.
And yeah, isn't overtime 4 races? It's an extra GP, right? I know it's MKU,
yeah.
so yeah, that would be hype. I've never seen an overtime before.
And
so.
I know America's Cup, MKPL, some of the other smaller tournaments, they do follow the same universal rule set. So the really cool thing about that is at least there's some standardization to how these situations are going to play out, which is good.
This KA getting into first, the Romanian, doing a good job. Getting into first, no problem, it seems like. And does he have defense? He does.
A little quiet this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, he has. But maybe now's the time he steps up. With his team needing it, they're down 6 with 4 to go. There's nobody taking cut in the top 4.
I think 5th did. Yeah, 5th kind of moved up there and took it. Big red there from Stev onto one of the KA players. And this is looking like 4 out of the top 5 probably here for...
Okay, top 2.
Oh, no, that's a lie. Yeah, 3 of the top 5 there for Arc.
Yeah.
Kevo and Osmar up there for KA.
Oh! Whoa! How does that even happen? You gotta like fail to hit the edge of the ramp.
Bounced off the wall, aimed down. Vladdy dying. Dude having to take a really rough line because of that chaos that ensued, really to no fault of his own.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of was just because he hit the ramp, but it wouldn't have mattered if there was no no random greens. That's
he had overcorrected based off of some of those random hits. So
yeah. So Steven's
that's just the rough part about being an inward. Like once you have to commit to a line, like he was destined for that wall, but he has time to recover. Here's the 9th. Nate unfortunately getting yeeted there. Osmar and Louise now in the mix. Haven't really talked about Louise that much at all either.
Well, I haven't seen him much at all. But that back almost getting, thankfully, he's revolving green, able to block it. And blue coming in. I know Stevens was close to first, but I think it's going to be KA getting blued now. And as we get closer and closer to the end of this match, every little moment matters now. And people are going to be taking the cut. But Stevens now in last. I don't know what happened to him. He was in first going into lap 3. Now he's in dead last.
Opting to save onto this shroom.
Yeah.
This is going to be huge. Is he he's going to get Louise there?
He gets bombed on the line. Did you see that ball? I have no idea where that came from.
Okay, so Louise finishes ahead of Du, so that completely negated
that's
everything.
Huge. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5 out of the top 6 and 9th. Bottom 3 there for Arc. What is going on?
Wow.
Jesus.
I don't know where that bomb came from.
The other way.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that bomb, but where was that bomb? That was huge.
That bomb came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And now this is going to be a 24-point win there for KA. They're up 18.
Yeah, so KA with their largest lead of the day, up 18 with just 3 to go, and a good time to be in front, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what's. I mean,
man,
someone's gonna win by 24. I'm telling you, but I still think that Arc has an ability here to flip it again. It's been going literally back and forth.
Yeah, it really has been.
KA has won, looks like 6 races, but the races that Arc has won have been big wins.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an all or nothing approach for Arc right now, but hey, it's still super close.
Yeah, like 5 out of our 9 races have been double digits. We've had a couple in the 20s.
Yeah. Arc's been winning by double digits, which is crazy. And oh boy, I mean, we're gonna get a shock here. So
that sucks. All right, but you are correct.
That's Cheeseland.
Wouldn't that be funny as Shockless Cheeseland though?
Yeah, I think it's happened.
That'd be telling. Oh, it definitely happened. I've front ran before this track in first entire race. It can happen. And so Arc, how many baggers do you like to do? What's the 4 and 2, 3 and 3?
I think it's gonna be 8 going back, 4 running.
So 4 and 2 for both teams, that would mean. And we'll see how this plays out. We're just 3 races to go. The America's Cup Silver Bracket Final Championship on the line. As Du wants to play in last, so
7 and 5 here at the moment. So that's a little bit of an interesting break. One team with 3, one team with 2. And you're going to see some players stopping at that set to come back here as well.
This dude really wants stock.
Yeah, Du doing the same thing. I like to come up here, like just creep. If you're the host, I do not recommend doing this. Do not try this at home.
Don't risk that as a host.
You could be in. I'm not gonna do a dig, but don't do that in a real tournament where you DC the room because you go back so far.
Yeah. Interestingly, he uses the build now to get the shock ready. I think he
Yeah.
could have waited all the way to the extension, but that would be a risk of getting shocked out of him.
And he's going to get a
just
chain here, so this is
Yeah.
actually going to work out pretty well here for Do.
Yeah,
He can't take too long, though, just in the event that something else is pulled.
yeah. And so we'll see how they're able to coordinate this as we see Getty in third, but I don't know where Stevens is at. And no!
KA spammed it.
Yeah.
So KA beat him to the punch.
And that's big, so it could be a second shock still at the end, and Dude's going to probably go for that. But no, that's big. That's a KA shock. That could be a banner winning shock, not to be dramatic, but we'll see how this lap
To
3
learn
goes.
anything in history or business, it's always good to be the one that goes first.
I'll keep that in mind. And
Blue being thrown here, crazy 8 out here for Do.
ooh, I would have stopped at the set. He didn't stop at the set, so
He's
Yeah.
already in last on lap 3. I mean, if anything, this chain up here, he had to use that star. That was a little
Yeah.
crazy. He's got to move up here because Getty's
He
in
pulls
11
it.
as well.
Oh, he pulls it.
But he has it again.
this
but
is the plus or minus.
it's not going to come out in time, I don't think.
If he spams it,
He's got to
I mean,
spam it
I
right
don't know if
now.
he's going to, yeah. And the question is,
little
does
too
this
late.
shot count? Is this shot going to count for the over/under? Yeah, I guess technically it does. Darn. It sucks.
does.
And still Arc bottom 2. This could be big for KA. Did Arc have any top spots? No.
They did not. Yeah, and you
Wow.
never know. Like, there was a bill coming up from the back, but that's it. It's
Wow.
just a tough situation.
And that's
You know, and
almost a
him falling
dagger.
off really
Yeah.
hurt that.
Yeah.
But not all hope is lost. I mean, this is going to be a really clutch race 11. This is really going to be the deciding race here of the match.
Yeah.
Down 42.
Down 42 with 2 to go. And that's a
2 to
lot.
go.
That's a lot. 42 is a lot. I mean, your plus 24 is looking really good right now. But
And by the way, I mean, anyone who has made a prediction, if you pick the winning team, you're going to get nearly double points here.
yeah.
Okay, you're going to get a little bit under double, but Arc, you're going to get a little bit more than double here. 54-46. Everyone was split in the chat on this one. A little bit leaning KA, but man,
Yeah, I mean,
are we
the
going to
fans are
Arcadia Fun Park? Yes, we are.
Big fan, big fan. Try picks are 5 to 5, so that's what you like to see. And,
Yeah, good job keeping count of that.
and we've seen 7 shocks now. Or no, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
so
stupid.
Luis subbed in.
6 shocks.
He
6
must have
shocks.
subbed in for Sanch, because I don't think Sanch is still playing. So yeah, I mean, this will also be an interesting table if anyone's curious after the fact, because of a few sub situations here on the KA side, but it worked out well, and luckily enough too for KA, Arc also did have a disconnect as well, so it did kind of even out
did
things,
even out.
relatively speaking.
Yeah, KA took more advantage of the 65 than Arc did, if you recall.
That is true. Yeah, I think the plus 20 or 24 compared to the plus 6 for Mark.
Yeah. And if Arc doesn't win this race, it's over. So Arc needs urgently right now to come up with a big race.
And if there was any track though,
yeah.
this is the track. This is, I mean, I know Stev loves this track. A lot of Arcadia just does,
Yeah.
you know, and it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
The one thing though is that they just cannot afford to have KA pull the lightning here.
Yeah. And someone's a dead last. I'm not gonna make any guesses as to who it is. As Diego getting some good fires. That's top 2 right now for KA in the middle of lap 2. So a long way to go still.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah. There's
The
Arc.
bottom 2 are a little bit broken away there in the back.
Yeah. 3-4 now for Arc as they're gonna need. Oop! Almost getting in. Unable to get the double.
Use the star back there
Avoiding
from
the back.
Louise.
Yeah, avoiding it very nicely. And we see a lot of Arc right behind the top 2. They're gonna have to break into it though.
Man, Michael's just had some really
Oh.
interesting items there.
Yeah.
He had that horn around all of his teammates, and Dew had to be a little bit careful. He still has the horn. Oh man, Vladdy almost getting rebounded there and smart
Yeah.
bounce by that green.
Go for a snipe
Still
right
2
now.
more
Go,
here
go, go
for
it.
Dew.
On the side. Oh, that's big. The fact
The
that he missed it.
recoil. Oh, the recoil hits Dew.
Oh, that's the second time we've seen that. We saw it
Yeah.
on ED.
Now,
And no
the
shot
real question
coming in.
is, he's gonna. Oh yeah, that wasn't gonna come out in time.
Yeah.
But here he is, gonna go take this room. This is gonna give him a few more spots.
Oh, and this could
Is
be the
this
end.
enough?
We'll see.
He did get 8th over that player that did just photo finish him. That's
No.
it. KA top 4.
And KA has won the silver America's Cup bracket.
And KA has won.
Dang.
We'll confirm the score. Get this payout going here.
Yeah, I bet real
-16
money on it.
to -58. So here you go.
Yeah. Arca.
KA.
Yeah. Arc
be
off to a
getting
good start. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, like
That's an important
1.85x or
stat.
whatever.
Yeah.
But Arc played incredibly well. It's kind of a very similar situation to what we kind of saw in some of the last few wars where it just kind of breaks down at race 10, 11.
Yeah, I mean,
the
yeah.
deal is shut. But yeah, KA has just those runs of top threes and top fours have really gone a long way.
Yeah, because KA was down 32 after 3, and then they went plus 14, plus 6, plus 10, plus 10,
They're
minus
going up
14,
too. Yeah,
plus 24,
Arc was
plus 24, plus 16. It's just a dominant performance after race 3 for KA, and it's paid off as they are walking away champions.
Yeah, I mean the score doesn't really do justice to how close this war really was.
Oh yeah, I mean like
it's kind of unfortunate, but
it could still be plus 24. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, coming up after this race, a fun announcement. Stick around. MKS. Will we see the motion glider? Oh, the victory lap coming in with the dry Bowser.
I'd love to see it.
From KA. Got a hype frame. We got the cat cruiser.
Ooh. I've never seen an inward disc before on that track.
We got a shoe, I think. This will make it a little bit easier to make out who's where.
Yeah, this is like there was a point in time where I would say like this is disrespectful from KA just using different characters, but I don't know. I kind of remember my team a couple seasons ago when we won our division, like in the last match, in the last race, we all like a lot of them went to like change to like Baby Peach or something.
I don't think it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're kind of memeing the entire war, that's one thing, but like,
yeah,
you're doing a lap. Like, I know a team did a salute in a race. Maybe it was like RK. Like, I think when they upset HD, they got like bottom 4, bottom 5, and they did this like little celebration in the back together where they like drove around like 4 or 5 wide. It's kind of creative, actually. I mean, if anyone's ever watched Ford versus Ferrari with like Christian Bale and Matt Damon, they did that whole like PR stunt thing and it actually cost Christian Bale the win. That really happened. So happens in real racing too.
Yeah, I'm actually not nearly as aficionado of real racing as you seem to be. So it is my passion only is behind the screen, not on the actual asphalt or whatever surface you use in racing. So
you guys want a fun tournament suggestion? The 24 hours of MKC, 24-hour tournament mode.
Oh gosh,
that's gonna be horrible. But yeah, do here gonna decent motion glider, got body checked by his own teammate into 11th. Actually, that actually could have been that was KA. Excuse me, that was not his teammate. Top 3 for KA. That's gonna really seal the deal. Kevo with a 121.
Hey, you said we haven't seen much of Kevo.
I was gonna say he wasn't really so quiet after all. But a really solid performance by both of those teams, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely, Arcadia with a plus 70, but then answering right back KA with a plus 66. So wow. So just a tale of two wars, I suppose. And
yeah,
so well done there. Well done for KA. Congratulations on winning.
So announcement time. Shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, but we are going to have MKU Primetime coming back this week. Same time, same place. Just remember, if you are in a country with daylight savings time, honor that rule. Mm-hmm. But it is going to be RK going up against World Friend Star here on Sunday. The times are there, 3 Eastern Daylight Time and 20 CET. So that's going to be a fun one. Now, keep in mind, you got World Friend Star. I refer to them as the New England Patriots. They just win. You may like them, you may dislike them, but you know what you're going to get from them, and they're a very dominant force. Now, on the other hand of RK, you got Sliver and company, and they were out of MKU a season ago. They were not allowed to participate, so they're coming in with a vengeance. Borderline some friendly competition / animosity, and the chaos that they provided this season's made it very entertaining. They got a lot to prove. So, RK is also going to be another option there in the finals. Should be very exciting.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's going to be a great match either way. I mean, we're going to
yeah.
see some really top tier gameplay from France and Spain there.
Yeah, yeah, and it's interesting because I picked HG to win the division. I made a bold statement many times, and they came out just short against RK. I know there was a lot of disconnections in that war and some like unfortunate events for HD, but not taking away any of the credit. RK, with a solid victory over HD um, in that semifinal, and they now are the new challengers. Have they ever played Wolfriend in the finals, or is this their first finals appearance? I don't know.
Oh, that's I'm only 2 years into the scene. I have no idea.
Okay, I'm looking at it
But
real quick.
RK, keep in mind, RK was not a thing for a little while. So
Hmm.
they are they're not relatively new, but they've taken some seasons off.
Yeah, yeah. In Arcade, when they played World Friend Star this season, actually, it was match number 6. World Friend won by 32. So somewhat close, but World Friend coming out on top. Doesn't matter now. And yeah, this is actually the sixth season in a row where a new challenger is facing. So no team is actually, this is World Friend going for their sixth straight title. And no team has actually made the finals more than once. Like it's actually, this is the sixth new opponent World Friend is facing in the finals. So that is well, will RK be the team to do it or no? That's I would love to see it, and but also you have to respect the dynasty that Worldfriend has created. So,
Oh
um,
yeah, for sure. I mean, they're
yeah,
just so dominant, and it's going to be a best of three regardless. So RK and World Friend are going to have plenty of time to prove who's going to take that one down. But yeah, all that's going to be coming up in just about 2 days. I do know that we have MKPL tomorrow. That will be on the Latin Championship server as well.
mhm,
So that'll be something to keep in mind if you are looking for some action tomorrow. Uh, we'll be posting that probably just within the Discord server. But yeah, I mean, just super excited for Sunday though, and just we had
yeah,
four really, or not four, but three really solid wars tonight.
yeah, yeah.
And
Thanks for casting alongside me. It was I think it went all right. Had a good time. So,
yeah, this is our first cast together, so we're trying to figure out each other's stopping points. It's not a big deal; it's to be expected. But um, yeah, and also to Dylan too, who's been putting in hours, becoming the
yeah,
new Zorro of stream hosts right now. So
yeah. Big shout
shout
out to
outs to
Dylan.
Dylan, and that's really all we have, I think, for tonight. So
Yeah.
we are gonna also too raid in just a moment T, running a 2v2 FFA tournament from Mario Kart Tour. So if you are still looking for some action, they're going to be in the semifinals right now. We're going to be raiding T in his tournament. You can stay tuned and hop on over to that. MK Tour is I'm not a big like I don't play it as much. I play it a
Yeah.
little bit
Me
casually, but
neither. Yeah.
the scene's growing. So be kind of curious to see how that tournament goes, and you have that ability to join that raid here in a moment.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely check that out. And thanks everyone for sticking with us for the 3 matches today. We got to see some two champions crowned, in the gold and the silver brackets. Big shout out to Dylan718. Although you don't know how to put the track in the table, you know how to do a stream host. So we appreciate your work. And
Shots fired.
and yeah, so it's been a great. Thank you for all the support. My first season casting for MKC, and yeah, so all the support's been very appreciated, and it's been a joy up here in the booth with like the 5 or 6 different casters I've gotten to cast with. So um, yeah, so that's all I have to say. I don't know about you. Um,
Yeah, no, that's about it for me. It was a great night, a lot of fun. There's a lot of more Mario Kart, coming up this weekend. So, stay tuned for whatever you want to tune into. Mario Kart Tour, MKPL, MKU D1 playoffs, really MKU playoffs for that matter.
MKU
A lot of
D15 playoffs,
yeah, native streamers are going to be streaming a lot of stuff. So that is going to be there. And if you're curious, just a little nugget for Sunday, the scheduled casters are going to be Squids and JP Givner himself. So
Yep.
keep an eye out for that dynamic duo coming up on Sunday. If anything changes, you'll know. But that being said, we're going to close it out here. Enjoy some Mario Kart Tour. If you want to continue on with the raid, strongly encourage. It supports T and all the stuff he's doing for the competitive scene there.
Hmm.
Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and we'll see you on the track.
Yeah. Peace out.